Welcome back to the We Are City channel to episode 9 now of our FC 26 career mode into season 5, where in the last episode we had some big injuries. We're on to transfer deadline day, and on deadline day we said we might make a move for a forward with Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham out. We are looking for a striker with Sangare not really trusted, Marcaritho not banging the goals in, but Nypan at the end of the last episode had a wonderful performance at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid, and that did change my mind a little bit. So we're going to look at the possible targets we could target here on deadline day, and then I'll decide, do we stick with Nypan or do we try and make a move for another forward until the end of the season? Well, top of my list of options to perhaps come in and do a bit of a job in the striker role was Harry Kane. 36 years of age now, Vincent Kompany knows him well, playing at Bayern Munich still. One thing about Harry Kane though is he's got 4 pace. 4, which is ridiculous. You can look here. He's got 1 acceleration and 8 sprint speed. Everything else looks fantastic, but his pace has gone down. Even though those things, I thought maybe Kane could be a good option. You could only sign him on a free, and we're not looking to keep him long term. Another option would be Ollie Watkins, 34 years of age, playing at Aston Villa. His stats still seem okay. He's second choice. He's had a move to Nantes turned down, but again, it would only be to be able to bring him in at the end of the season. We can't bring him on cheap because he's coming towards the end of his contract. Seka Guirassy would be an option, way too expensive. Some of our Girona players, Van Aert, Joel Rocker there as well. I thought 2 players that could be good options as well. But why rob from our team when they're going to be short-term options? They're not going to be a long-term replacement. Jean-Philippe Mateta, I thought he could be a good one. We don't know how much to offer for him. We don't know if he's the right man to bring in either. Igo Thiago, who's banged the goals in for Brentford, 28 years of age. He's going to cost too much money. And I started working on a list to other players as well, and one of them was Paulo Dybala. But again, another player who's slowed down, could play the false 9 role. But, I mean, his finishing is only 77 anyway. Is he that much better than what we've got? And then you start to see that there's literally no one else. Serge Gnabry, he was the only other one. Serge Gnabry could be another one as well. Another one who's slowed down. Vincent Kompany knows him well. Could he play as a striker for us on a short-term deal? Could Luis Diaz do the job as well? Of course, been linked with City in the past. But the problem is Luis Diaz is going to cost upwards of 20 million for a 33-year-old who we're going to bring in on a short-term deal. The same for Serge Gnabry. It just made no sense. So right now, I think the decision is to go with Nypan and just see what he can do and see if he can push us this season. You just never know. One of our younger players from our youth system, Finlay Blake, he's going to move to Swansea City on a loan till the end of the season. Good chance to him to develop. Barcelona continue to try and improve their score. Look at that latest deal. It's a 67 million euro move. Bruno Canate signed from Arsenal. And Man United, they take Carmona from Newcastle for 54 million euros. Big moves happening on deadline day. And what remains, Romance moves from AZ Alkmaar to Inter for 50 million euros. No more deals happen. Deadline day, January 2030 is over. So this is the plan for today's episode. We're going to kick things off with the game away to Southampton in the Premier League, which we're going to play. It's then Spurs at home, which we'll also play. Brighton at home will simulate. Oldham in the Cup, in the FA Cup. What a big tie that is. A local side will play. And we'll also play the game against West Ham United as well to end the month of February. Let's see how many goals we get in that time. So let's see who steps up in today's episode. Of course, in the Premier League title race currently, we are 6 points off the league leaders Chelsea with more than 10 games to play. What, 14 games to play? That's not so bad, is it? Man United are only 1 point off Chelsea. The title race is certainly on. And Arsenal are not too far off it either. They're actually only 1 point off us. So if we're in the title race, Arsenal are in the title race. Liverpool 3 points of us, I think, probably aren't. But yeah, Arsenal, City, United, Chelsea title race at the moment. Top 4, all with a chance of winning it. But of course, it is at the moment in Chelsea's hands. If you change the side to go to this game away to Southampton, and a big decision is no Ryan Shirky in the squad today. He's left out and given, I think, a much needed rest. So Verbruggen starts and goal. It's Livramento, Kusanov, Lekeba, and Ait Nuri, the back 4. Captain Roger alongside O'Reilly ahead of Anderson today in the midfield 2. And then the front 3 is Foden, Makedu, Nusa, no Semenyo, and Nypan once again. That man starts through the middle. So St Mary's Stadium is Southampton side that are at risk of relegation. They're back in the Premier League, but they are once again teetering with that Premier League status. Shea Charles, the captain for them, a former City youth player. So the bench for the opposition is Robin Rissa, Deenan, Tom Fellows, Cameron Archer, Lance Tomlinson, also Jasper Yander, Stepanov, Asienza, and Nathan Wood. In goal starts Yevan Diouf, the Senegalese international. It is Luis Knowles, Taylor Howard-Bellis from a City man, Bella and Wellington the back four. Another forward City on in Shea Charles, partnering Finlay Downs in the midfield too. It's Jay Robinson at 10, and then Javier Ruiz off the right, Damien Downs up top, and another former City man in Samuel Edozie off that left-hand side. Body's a little bit weaker than before. McKay has lovely feet. Into Rodri. Livramento on the overlap here. Livramento into Phil Foden. And Foden looking to get a shot of it. He's taken down the box by Howard Bellis. It would be a penalty if they're the other way around, but it's not. And how many times have we had those go against us? Into Nico O'Reilly. Nypan. First touches for Nypan. Noosa. Nypan keeps going here. Nypan pulls it away. Referees foul. Bella surely. A bit too easy at the moment. Ain't Yuri in there. Southampton having some possession of their own. It's frustrating. Kassanov steps in. Always a free chance here for the opposition. And Lekeba goes in. And a big save by Bart Verbruggen. And Verbruggen makes another save. And the goalkeeper's having a top performance here today. He's been man of the match so far. Another one saved by Verbruggen. And away by Kassanov again. Nypan won't get there. City really struggling. Another one over top here. Chance again for Southampton. And it's Taylor Harwood-Bellis. What a run. And we're behind here. And we've been terrible. Defensively, midfield wise, offensively. Looking towards Rodri. Livramento. McAdoo. Back to Livramento. Back into McAdoo here. McAdoo. Past Bella Kotchap. Great skill. McAdoo saved. Nypan on the rebound. He's done it again. He has done it again. 7 Nypan. Only his second appearance in the Premier League this season. Starts up top for City today and scores. Great work from McAdoo. And Nypan finished off the rebound. 1-1. Feel like McAdoo gave it him too late there, 7 Nypan. Had that chance to really get him behind and have the shot. Shea Charles chased by Rodri. Back into Charles under pressure there from Rodri. They play it wide straight to Noosa. Up against the fullback Knowles here. Noosa in. Nypan is there into the hands of Juve, but a good chance again for Nypan. Edozie cut out by Livramento though. Foden. Phil Foden continues his run here. Foden. Nypan. Nypan! Saved by the goalkeeper away by Howard Bellis. Time is ticking away here. Short to Bella Kotchap. Time is ticking away here. Howard Bellis. Oh dear. Trouble is arising. Lekeba across. To the middle. Edozie saved on. Southampton score. Back to basics against Madrid worked. Against Southampton it doesn't. What are we doing? That is poor by Verbruggen. Really poor by Bart Verbruggen. Kevin Sullivan. Right to Semenyo. Near in the overlap here. Near post. Sangare! Sangare! Should score, but he's rubbish. 84 rating. The guy can't put a ball in the net. Great play from Trent. Rodri into Sangare. Back on to Nypan. And the ball behind Semenyo here. It's Antoine Semenyo! And Nypan again. Fantastic. Semenyo makes it 2-2. Come on. What a ball by Nypan. We're celebrating it, but it's 2-2. We've got to win here. Sullivan. Nypan. Rodri. Sangare. Wide to Canitho onside here. Mark Canitho quick. Here's the Argentinian Canitho. Canitho! Puts it wide of the post. But Sangare I'm not impressed with at all. And full time Southampton 2, Manchester City 2. Not even Nypan. With his good work can save us there. Well, that draw with Southampton drops us even further down the table. Now we have dropped to 4th from 3rd. Arsenal a point ahead. Chelsea 5 points ahead. And Man United top of the table. We cannot have United winning the league. Come on now. 7 points clear of us as well. This is a big change, isn't it? Top goal scorer in the league is Haaland with 15. It won't last long because he's not going to score again this season, probably. Top of assists is Semenyo. We need to start having someone step up for this team. Next we side is Tottenham Hotspur, and we do make change to the side. Mark Canitho's going to go into that forward line today. On that right-hand side with Semenyo left and Nypan again through the middle. Shirky back in the 10 and Foden drops to the bench. Addison alongside Rodri. Trent, Kassanov, Vardiel and Tino Livramento at left back. Bart Verbruggen in goal. On the bench we've got Noosa, McAdoo, Sullivan, Foden, Lekeba, Diamande, Aintnuri and O'Reilly. Still waiting on Udogi's return to the side. I knew he didn't think he was great in the last one, so Livramento comes in the left-hand side. Hopefully can be defensively solid. Well, we trail the league leaders Manchester United by 7 points. Anything less than 3 points today, and you would say City's title race is run 4 titles in a row, under 2 managers actually over that time. Looks unlikely. But we're going to keep pushing, we're going to keep trying. If not the Premier League, why not the Champions League this season? So this is the Tottenham side on the bench. Is Didagorio, Mikalenko, no Savinho on the bench today with Amadou Bessa, Miguel Gutierrez, Xavi Simons, Solanke Odobert, and Ashley Phillips. So Mike Mannion in goal, Pedro Porro right back with Studer, Dragosino, Rami Randa making that back 4. Madison, Kulusevski and Lucas Bergvall, 87 rated, while at midfield 3 is Kudus, Tell and Mikey Moore the front 3. How is Kudus only 83 rated? Switches it to Semenyo. Inside. Anderson through to Shirky. Shirky across the box. Nypan arriving. Need more on it. It was into the hands of Mike Mannion. Nypan. Shirky. Right to Semenyo. On towards Nypan. Here's 7. Nypan. Nypan! Oh! Saved by Mannion. And Nypan's had a great chance as well that he's not put away. Tell. Oh, past Kusanov. Matthias Tell off the bar. And behind by Bergvall for a goal kick. Will Tell tend to score against us. That is a big miss. Nypan. Oh, good flick over top towards Semenyo here. Semenyo. Nypan. On to Shirky. 1-0 Manchester City. An assist for Nypan again. He was doing so good up top. And Shirky gets his 9th of the Premier League season. Semenyo into 7. Nypan. On towards Shirky. And a great finish for 1-0 Manchester City. Livramento. Semenyo. Shirky. Brilliant. Semenyo. Back to Nypan. Oh, what a block. Rodri. Nypan. Semenyo. Shirky. Nypan again. Oh. Some really good link-up play by Nypan, Shirky and Semenyo. Matthias Tell. Looking behind towards Kudus. That's Livramento. Kudus in behind towards Matthias Tell. Onside Tell. The Spurs equalise at the start of the second half pretty easily. Here is Bergvall. That's Rodri in the midfield. Tell. Oh, Tell off Kusanov here. Matthias Tell. Good save. Oh, Rodri, brilliant interception. Trent getting back. Tell. Kudus, Kulusevski. Oh, Matthias Tell. What a save by Verbruggen. Semenyo. Foden. Noosa. In behind here, Noosa. Nypan! Oh, right at Mannion. Bergvall. Block Kusanov, Foden. We can nick it. No, we can't. Another points. 2 points drop for City. That's title race over. Spurs 1, City 1. Well, a game at home against Brighton up next. The City side, a simulation where we do pick up a win, a 3 points and a 3-goal win. Oh, and 1 goal for Brighton. Semenyo with a double. Nypan as well scores again. Jonathan David scores a consolation goal. And City do get the 3 points. In terms of the Premier League, City sit in 4th place in that title race. 4th place in the top 4. United really run away with it. I mean, United are nearly 10 points clear of us now. They're 8 points clear. We're in 4th place on 49, level on points with Arsenal. Chelsea still trying to catch up to Manchester United. It feels like winning the title is unrealistic for us, but we'll have to see. And if we don't win the title, we've got to make sure we finish in that top 4. But we can take our eyes off the Premier League for now, because it's FA Cup action as we face off at home against local rivals, not really rivals, local side, Oldham Athletic. This is side versus Oldham today. So starts and goal. It's Livramento, Diarande, Captain Vardiol and Udogi in a back 4. Udogi back from his injury now, his first start since then. O'Reilly and Smith start the midfield 2, with Cavan Sullivan in an attacking role, McKady off the right, Caritho off the left, and Phil Foden through the middle in the false 9 role. On the bench we've got Sangare, Noosa, and a lot of youngsters, Foster, Beckett, Rios, Seymour, Latham, and as well as Ryan Shirky on that bench. So much FA Cup action. A local side for Manchester City to face off today against in Oldham Athletic. City should come out on top, but we have been out of form. O'Reilly. Past 1 challenge here. Makes them commit into Margaritho, in towards Cavan Sullivan, off the post by the American. Smits. O'Reilly. Wide towards Caritho, ball in. Cavan Sullivan's not winning any headers. Smith's back down to Livramento. Tino. Livramento. Sullivan! And there we go, 1-0 City. Cavan with the goal. Found by Livramento. McAdoo, well done. Livramento. Brilliant from Livramento. Here's McAdoo. Over top here to Foden. Good ball. Phil Foden! That's more like it, Phil. 2-0 Manchester City. And Foden scores on his first appearance in the FA Cup. Nice ball by McAdoo. Foden on the chest. Good take. Or on the knee it is. A nice finish across the goalkeeper for 2. And that probably is that for Oldham, because at half-time City have got a double lead. So should get this one. He's punched it straight up in the air. Vardio, well done. Foster into Sullivan, counter City. And Cavan Sullivan, the big ping here. Into the path of McAdoo. McAdoo rolls them through to Phil Foden here. And Phil Foden with a terrible touch here. Just chasing that midfield. He's got plenty of energy, the young man, but maybe not quite the quality. Vardio's lost it here. The chance for Oldham, and Diamande dives in, and what a big save from Sammy Soares there. Oh, still Oldham come forward here. Youngster dives in, the fullback, as does Diamande. Chance here, Soares makes the save. Vardio away towards this man Foster, and that's full time. Only a 2-0 win against Oldham. Not the best of performances, but we get away with it. So 10 points behind league leaders Man United, but they have dropped points recently. Only a draw for them in their previous game, meaning we can start to cut down that lead, as can Chelsea. Well, Chelsea can't. Well, they have done a little bit, but they've not done well as well. 27 games played. Us and Arsenal can try and cut down that one. Our final game of the episode, away to the London Stadium to face off against West Ham United. This side for West Ham today, Verbruggen starting all. It's Trent, Joshko, Vardio and Lekeba partnering at the back there, with Livramento back at left back again. Anderson and Rodri in the midfield too, with Shirky in front. It's Semenyo on the right, Noose on the left, and Nypan through the middle of the bench. We've got McAdoo, Sullivan, Foden, O'Reilly, Kusanov, Diamande, Aït-Nouri and Udogi. So final game of the episode, London Stadium we go to here in East London to try and face off against the West Ham side and get 3 points, knowing we can cut down that Leeds United have at the top of the table. But it's not going to last forever. We can only cut down so many points. On the bench for West Ham is Lewis Jr., the goalkeeper. Maximiliano, Kilman, it's Lucas Paquetá, Ricardo Pepe, Lance Dawson, Evan Brown, Callum Marshall, Gideon Kadoa, and also Dean Monk as well. So back 4, it is Konstantinos Tolakis in goal, Alexander Barr, Tamori, Tadibo, and Calafiori the back 4. Lewis Orford and Magassa midfield 2, with Mateus Fernandes in front, Alanga off the right, Furish off the left, and Lois Apena, former Brentford and Leipzig man, through the middle. Shirky, counter quickly here, and Nypan wide to Semenyo. Shirky, it's Nypan, it's 7 Nypan! Shrugs off 1, wide to Nusa. Shirky, Nypan, back wide to Nusa, that's better. Nypan, into Rodri. Alexander Arnold blocked away. Semenyo, Rodri, Anderson. It's Nypan again! This time he scores. 1-0 Manchester City. Well, he's had a bad game, 7 Nypan. I guess he's third the Premier League season, just 5 starts now. Should have scored before that. Good work. Rodri to Anderson, into Nypan. Plants in that top corner, there's the Norwegian. Lekeba. Time is ticking away at the end of this one. Trem. Right towards Semenyo. Rodri. Anderson. Livramento. Nusa! What a chance, save by the goalkeeper. Semenyo. Rodri. Trem. Swings one in. Nypan with a header. Good defending. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, no. No. Right to Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo. Good defending by Calafiori. But yeah, Nypan's injured as well now. No doubt he's broken his toe, Nypan. No doubt he's broken his toe. Openda. Alanga. Past him. Openda. Blocked. Straight to the path of the West Ham player. Oh, what a save by Bart Verbruggen. What a save by Verbruggen. That might have saved us 3 points there. Credit to Verbruggen for that save. Headed away. Full-time whistle goes. Manchester City 1, West Ham 0. We do get those crucial 3 points. Bruggen saves us at the end. But what has happened to Nypan? Well, Nypan isn't going to be out for 3 months, but with a sprained knee injury, he is going to miss the next month. 4 weeks this season. A month out for Seven Nypan. And it's looking like Semenyo at striker is the next test, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please subscribe channel if you are new. If you want to see what Semenyo's like at striker, join the We Asked You Members Club. See these videos extended early. We'll see you next time.